A rising number of scams are targeting Siouxlanders. It's happening online and on the phone. Scams swindle Americans out of billions of dollars a year. The amount is only increasing. The Iowa Department of Insurance and Financial Services, in partnership with the Iowa Attorney General's Office and AARP, presented the Stop the Scammers Roadshow in Sioux City. The event can educate Iowans on various scams and tell Iowans how to protect themselves from scammers in the digital age.
There is data that suggests that one of the things that makes you less likely to fall for a scam is if you have been educated on that particular scam before. One of the ways in which we are trying to respond to this increase in scams is just to provide that education so that when people get that communication from Amazon about an unauthorized order, when they get that tech support message from Apple, they know to be suspicious of it.
Hartnett says it's important to look out for the elderly because scams can have a much more adverse effect on them. But contrary to popular belief, it's not just the elderly falling victim to fraud schemes.
There's data from the FTC and a Gallup poll that suggests that actually young people are being scammed more frequently than older adults. The difference is that older adults have a lifetime of earning to lose, whereas somebody early on doesn't have that much to lose.
Hartnett said the top scams people should look out for: romance scams. This could mean an online relationship where the scammer starts asking for money to come visit, but it never works out. Sometimes scammers will impersonate government officials like law enforcement or the Department of Transportation. If you or someone you know is suspicious of scam activity, contact the Attorney General. There's the number on your screen. You can also head to our website, ktiv.com, for tips to avoid falling victim to those scams.